A failing brake booster reduces power assist, forces the driver to use much more pedal effort, and noticeably changes brake feel. The brakes still technically work, but stopping becomes harder, slower, and less predictable. Below are the 9 most reliable symptoms of a bad brake booster. Number 1. Hard brake pedal. This is the most recognizable warning sign of brake booster failure. When the booster loses vacuum or hydraulic assist, the pedal becomes extremely stiff and requires far more physical force to slow the vehicle. Drivers often describe the sensation as pushing on a solid block rather than a responsive pedal. The harder pedal occurs because brake force is no longer multiplied. Instead, stopping power comes almost entirely from leg pressure alone. In normal operation, the booster uses either engine vacuum or hydraulic pressure from the power steering system to ease the pedal down. When that assist disappears, every brake application feels heavy and tiring. A booster with an internal diaphragm rupture, a stuck valve, or a significant vacuum leak cannot provide the pressure difference required for pedal assist, causing immediate hardness and reduced braking comfort. Number 2. High brake pedal position. A bad booster does not allow the brake pedal to sink slightly into position as it normally would when vacuum assist activates. As a result, the pedal feels higher than usual and has shorter travel. Under normal conditions, stepping on the brake activates the booster chamber, which shifts internal components and provides a smooth, assisted pedal drop. When this system fails, the pedal sits stiffly at an elevated height because the assist chamber cannot change pressure. This creates a pedal that feels unnatural and rigid from the moment your foot touches it. The high pedal is especially noticeable when switching between vehicles or after the engine has been running long enough for vacuum assist to normally stabilize. With a defective booster, that settling effect never happens. Number 3. Increased stopping distance. One of the most dangerous outcomes of booster failure is extended stopping distance. Without the force multiplication normally provided by the booster, your braking input becomes significantly weaker. Even if the brake pads and rotors are in good condition, the vehicle takes longer to slow because the hydraulic pressure reaching the calipers is lower than before. Instead of stopping confidently in a single car length, the vehicle may now require substantially more space. This is especially hazardous in emergency situations, where the difference in pedal force can determine whether a collision is avoided. Many drivers notice they are pressing the pedal far harder than usual, yet still not slowing quickly enough. As the booster continues to deteriorate, stopping distances gradually worsen until the brake system feels unresponsive. Number 4. Hissing noise. When braking, a leaking brake booster often produces a distinct hissing sound whenever the brake pedal is pressed. This noise comes from air being sucked into or escaping from a damaged diaphragm, worn gaskets, cracked housing, or deteriorated vacuum hose. A functioning booster maintains a controlled vacuum chamber, but when a leak develops, air flows rapidly through damaged areas, creating the characteristic hiss. The sound may occur both when pressing and releasing the pedal, depending on where the leak is located. It is typically heard near the firewall, inside the cabin under the dash, or in the engine bay. A continuous hiss is one of the surest signs that the vacuum integrity of the booster is compromised. Left unaddressed, the leak will worsen and eventually eliminate all assist. Number 5. Engine stumbling or stalling. When brakes are applied, a major vacuum leak in the brake booster can disrupt the engine's air-fuel mixture, causing rough idling, stumbling, or even stalling during brake application. This happens because a failing booster can allow large amounts of unmetered air to enter the intake system. Modern engines rely on precise airflow measurements to regulate fuel delivery. When extra air leaks in through a damaged booster or faulty check valve, the engine computer cannot compensate quickly enough, resulting in lean operation. The engine may shake, lose RPM, or shut off entirely, especially when idling at a stop. If pressing the brake pedal makes the engine falter or stall, the booster's vacuum integrity should be inspected immediately. This symptom often appears alongside a hard pedal, making the connection easier to identify. Number 6. Silent brakes with no boosted feel. With a properly functioning brake booster, the pedal has a gentle cushioned feel, accompanied by a mild whooshing sensation as vacuum assist engages. When the booster fails, this characteristic boosted feeling disappears entirely. The pedal becomes purely mechanical, firm, and sometimes abrupt. There is no soft engagement, no assist transition, and no sense of smooth pressure buildup. Instead, the driver experiences immediate resistance, as if pushing directly against the hydraulic system without assistance. This change in pedal feel may be subtle at first, particularly if the driver is already accustomed to a firm pedal. But over time, it becomes obvious that the boost effect is missing. The absence of this typical assisted sensation is a strong indicator that the booster is no longer contributing to braking force. Number 7. ABS or brake warning lights. While brake boosters themselves do not usually trigger dashboard lights, many modern vehicles monitor brake assist performance or detect pressure abnormalities in the braking system. A booster that cannot generate proper assist may indirectly cause warnings if braking pressure becomes inconsistent or if the vehicle takes significantly longer to stop. Some cars use sensors that detect whether the pedal is moving as expected relative to brake pressure. If the system identifies abnormal relationships, for example, a high pedal with low hydraulic pressure, it may illuminate the brake warning or ABS light. Electronic brake boosters, which contain internal sensors and control circuits, can also trigger fault codes when they malfunction. Whenever warning lights accompany noticeable pedal changes, a full diagnostic check should include booster inspection. Number 8. Brake pedal kickback or vibration. Although less common than other symptoms, a faulty booster check valve or inconsistent vacuum supply can cause unusual pedal feedback. When the check valve sticks or fails to maintain one-way vacuum flow, pressure inside the booster chamber fluctuates unpredictably. This may result in kickback, vibration, or pulsing sensations when applying or releasing the brake. It differs from rotor-related vibration because it is felt at lower speeds or during light pedal application rather than during high-speed stops. Poor vacuum stability can make the pedal feel inconsistent from one press to the next, as though assist is turning on and off. While booster-related vibration is rare, its presence strongly suggests a problem with the booster's internal pressure control system. Number 9. Fluid leaks in Hydroboost systems. Vehicles equipped with Hydroboost brakes use hydraulic pressure from the power steering pump instead of engine vacuum. In these systems, booster failure often presents as power steering fluid leaks, foamy fluid, or a sudden change in steering effort. A leak at the Hydroboost unit or connecting lines reduces hydraulic pressure, weakening brake assist, and eventually affecting steering as well. Drivers may notice the pedal becoming harder, while steering simultaneously feels heavier or inconsistent. Fluid around the booster body or beneath the vehicle indicates a deteriorating seal or failing internal chamber. If both steering and braking become harder together, a Hydroboost malfunction is likely.